Next is about, yes, deserts of India. Deserts of India. So far we learned about mountains, then plains, plateaus we learned. Now we will learn the deserts of India. So these are the physical features of India. Okay, so deserts. A desert is a hot, dry and barren area of land. Desert is hot, dry and barren area of land. Barren means what? Barren area of land. Barren area means it's poor in cultivating plants, we say, which any vegetation is won't be there in barren land. Such a hot and dry land, we cannot grow any crops over there. Any vegetation is not possible in this kind of land. It is a large area that is covered with sand all over. You have seen desert, isn't it? Full of sand it will be. Deserts cover about 20% of earth. 20% of our earth's surface is covered with desert. So desert, 20% of earth's surface, it's covered with desert. Then there are 4 major types of desert in this biome. Biome means this habitat, in this environment, the large area. There are 4 major types of desert are there. One is 4 types of desert, which are there. One is hot and dry desert. Hot and dry. Hot and dry desert. Next is semi-arid deserts. Semi-arid. Semi-arid. You know what is arid? A-R-I-D. Arid region is a region where it always hinders the growth of plants and animals, blocks the growth of plants and animals, because plant and animal life we cannot see there in arid region. Lack of availability of water, less water available there. Okay, no water available there, so no plant life, no animal life there. That is arid region. So semi-arid means, okay, it is slight rain we can see there than the arid region. Okay, dry, this dry area only, but slight rain will be there than arid region. So semi-arid desert. Then coastal desert. Coastal means it support a wide variety of plant life than this cold and dry desert. Okay, that is coastal desert near the seashore. Coastal desert near the sea, it supports a wide varieties of plants to grow there. Okay, winters are so cool, summers are long and warm there in coastal area. Winters are so cool, summers are long and also so warm. That is coastal area. It supports the wide variety of plants to grow. Okay, then cold desert. The last one is cold. These are the 4 types of desert. The last one is cold desert. It has, large sand dunes. Sand dunes, because of wind, what happens? Desert wind will be. So because of wind, it forms hills of sand, we say. Hills of sand. You see, with sand only they form hills. It is actually sand dunes, and sometimes it is covered with snow, full of snow during the winter. That is why it's cold desert. Cold desert means it covered with snow during winter times. You can see the image here. A cold desert and hot desert image. See, hot desert, full hot and dry. Cold desert, you can see the sand dunes or the snow, how they have formed. During winter, it is covered with full of snow. That is cold desert. So there are major 4 types of desert in this environment, in the habitat or in that large area. 4 types of desert we can see here. It is hot and dry desert, semi-arid desert. Arid regions are regions where no water available, so no plant growth or animal growth. Semi-arid means slight rain is there. Hot and dry, but slight rain we can see here. Then coastal area, coastal desert. It supports wide varieties of growing of plants, the growth of plants there. Winters are so cool and summers are long and warm there. Coastal desert. Cold desert, it has large sand dunes, or we can say in winter it is fully covered with snow. That's why it's called cold desert. So there are 4 types of desert: hot and dry, semi-arid, coastal desert and cold desert. Indian desert is found in the western part. So in India map, desert we can see in the western side, western part. It is also known as Thar Desert. Yes, the desert is also known as Thar Desert. The western part we can see the desert. In India map you can see the yellow colored one is the desert, Thar Desert. There is very less rainfall in this region. In desert actually there is no rainfall, so no water, so we cannot see people living there, animals or plants living there, okay, because of the less availability of water. Do you know the largest hot desert on the earth is Sahara? So largest hot desert is which desert, children? Yes, Sahara, Sahara. So the largest hot desert on earth is Sahara Desert. It is located in northern Africa. It is in Africa actually. It's spanning 12 different countries. It includes 12 different countries also. So Sahara is the largest hot desert on the earth. It is in Africa, northern Africa, which includes 12 different countries. Yes, Antarctica is the largest cold desert. So you learned about cold desert also. Hot and cold desert is fully covered with snow, isn't it? Large sand dunes we can see there. Yes, Antarctica. Antarctica, it is the coldest desert, largest cold desert we say. Largest cold desert is Antarctica. Antarctica is the largest cold desert on the earth. Hot desert is Sahara and cold desert is Antarctica. So that's about deserts of India. So deserts, they are hot and dry barren land, and here the large area that is covered with sand all over. In desert we can see all over the sand. So deserts covers about 20% of the earth. And there are major 4 types of desert: hot and dry, semi-arid, coastal desert and cold desert. These are the 4 types of desert. And Indian desert we can see in the western part of India. It is Thar Desert, and the largest hot desert is Sahara, and the largest cold desert is Antarctica. That's about deserts of India. In India map we can see deserts colored with yellow color. Yellow color means it is desert. So in India map yellow color represents desert. Here in the India map you can see the yellow colored one, desert area. It is in the western part of India. Okay. Yes, next is about islands of India. Yes, islands of India. So we learned about plains of India, mountains of India, plateaus of India, deserts of India. Now it's islands of India. An island is an area of land smaller than a continent. Continent is a large land area, land mass we say. But island is very small than continent. Area of land is smaller than continent and entirely surrounded by water on all 4 sides. We can see an island image over here. On the all 4 sides water. Only a small area of land we can see, that is island. All the 4 sides with water. Peninsula, only 3 sides water, 1 side land, that is peninsula. But island means an area of land surrounded by water on all the 4 sides. In India there are 2 main groups of islands. So in India we have 2 main groups of island. There are the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The 2 main groups of island are the Andaman, ANDAMAN, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. You can see the image here. Andaman and Nicobar Island. That is one island. The other island is islands, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The second one is the Lakshadweep Islands. LAKSHADWEEP, Lakshadweep Islands. The second one is Lakshadweep Islands. In India we have 2 islands mainly, that is Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands. Island is a small area of land surrounded by water on all the four sides. It is smaller land than continent. Continent is a large area of land. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So these islands lie in the Bay of Bengal, and Lakshadweep Island lies in the Arabian Sea. So India is surrounded by sea on all the three sides, isn't it? We can see Bay of Bengal on the east, Arabian Sea on the west. Bay of Bengal on the east, Arabian Sea west, Indian Ocean here south. This Andaman and Nicobar Island where we can see, yes, it lies in the Bay of Bengal in the east side, eastern part, Bay of Bengal. There lies Andaman and Nicobar Island. In India map you can see Andaman and Nicobar Island. That blue color, dark blue color represents island areas. You can see Andaman and Nicobar Island in the Bay of Bengal side, eastern side. Yes, and Lakshadweep Islands you can see in here, western part. In the Arabian Sea side you can see Lakshadweep Islands. Okay, in India map you can see it clearly. Yes, these islands are very beautiful places covered with trees. These islands are so beautiful to see. They are covered with trees. Many tourists visit these islands throughout the year round. So many tourists, they visit these Andaman Nicobar Island and Lakshadweep Island throughout the year. Throughout the year, many people visit, tourists come and visit these islands. These are the two main islands of India. It has of a great tourist attraction. Very small islands are called islets. Islets are called very small islands. So very small islands are known by the name islets. I-S-L-E-T-S. They are known as islets. Very small islands are called islets. Yes, so that is about islands of India. They are very smaller land covered by water on all the four sides, and two main islands of India. They are the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands. So Andaman and Nicobar Islands we can see were in the Bay of Bengal on the eastern part, and Lakshadweep Islands we can see on the western part, that is were, yes, the Arabian Sea. And many tourists visit these islands throughout the year. And very small islands are called islets, and these islands are always covered with full of trees. So it's so beautiful to see these islands are covered with full of trees, isn't it? Yes. So yes, so we learned about the geographical features of India, or geography of India, or the India's physical features. Physical features include mountains, plains, plateaus, deserts, islands. These are the physical features of India, isn't it? Yes. Yes, so we learned about the physical features of India, geographical features of India. First we learned about mountains of India. So what are mountains of India? What did you learn about mountains? Yes, they are made up of rocks on earth, isn't it? They are very higher than 600 meters, isn't it? Yes, then, yes, they have steep, sloping sides, or round ridges, and they are peak, sharp top point for mountains, isn't it? Yes. Then many rivers are flowing from mountain ranges to the plains, like Ganga and Yamuna. Yes, then it is mountains are lies in the northern part of India. Northern part of India we can see mountains. Central part Vindhya and Satpura range, lower mountain range or hills. The southern part also we can see Nilgiri hills. It is in Tamil Nadu state. The highest peak in India, the highest mountain range is Mount Everest, isn't it? So highest mountain range, mountains. First we learned about mountains. The highest mountain range is Mount Everest, located in Nepal. It is in India only. Mount Everest is the highest mountain range. Yes. Many rivers like Ganga and Yamuna flows from mountains to plains. The flows from this mountain ranges to the plains. Yes, and top of the mountains filled with Snow. So snow melts and water flows and it flows into a river. It forms rivers. Yes, that's about mountains. And more than half of the world's fresh water is originate from mountains. Isn't it? Yes. Nepal, they call Mount Everest as Sagarmatha. That means goddess of sky. Then we learned about plains of India. Plains, they are flat area of land, broad flat area of land. Because the mountains, this rivers of Ganga, Yamuna flows from mountain range to plains. These rivers leave behind some sand called silt. This land, because of that, land is very fertile there, because we can find the fine, small, smooth sand called silt, which is very good for crops. The land is very fertile in the plains. We can see plains, just northern plains, just below the mountains, Himalayas. We can see the northern plains. Yes, and land is very fertile here, and these rivers which are flowing from mountains to plains, they leave behind fine sand called silt, which are very good for growing crops. Then that's why this area is thickly populated. People live here because we can grow many crops here. We can live here nicely. Yes, then along the eastern and western coast, there also we can see narrow stripes of land. These plains, narrow stripes of plains, they meet in Kanyakumari. It is in Tamil Nadu, isn't it? Yes, many rivers are flowing here, and they all finally fall into the sea. Then plateaus of India. We learned about plateaus of India. They are known as tablelands or flat topped mountains or tableland. Just little rise above the plain land or plains. Here the land is rocky, not fertile as plain land. And this region here, Deccan Plateau is there. Southern plateau of the region of India is Deccan Plateau, Southern Plateau. It is surrounded by hills on all the three sides. Some areas are covered with thick forest also. And many rivers are flowing through here. This region is surrounded by sea on the three sides, like Bay of Bengal on the east, Arabian Sea on the west, and Indian Ocean on the south. Yes. Then deserts of India we learnt. Deserts we learned. In India map, yellow color represents deserts. The western part is the desert. There we can see Thar desert. Yes, and it is hot, barren land. Hot land consists of full of sand. Okay, yes. Then there are four major types of desert we learned. Hot and dry, semi-arid desert, coastal desert, cold desert. These are the four major types of desert we learned. And the largest hot desert is Sahara, and the largest cold desert is Antarctica. Isn't it? Yes, because of less rainfall in the desert region, no plants, no life, no animals. No one can survive here because of less rainfall. No rainfall, so no plants, no animals can survive there. Then last we learned about islands of India. Islands. Islands are small area of land surrounded by water on all the four sides. Islands are small area of land surrounded by water on all the four sides, and there are two islands we learned. Two main islands of India. Andaman and Nicobar Islands we learned. Lakshadweep Islands. Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep Islands. So Andaman and Nicobar Islands in India map we can see which side, on eastern side, isn't it? East side where Bay of Bengal is there, and Arabian Sea in the west side we can see Lakshadweep Islands. And these islands are so beautiful. They are covered with trees. So tourists visit every year. Throughout the year, tourists visit here because these islands are so beautiful, covered with trees. So it's a main tourist attraction, these islands. And then very small islands are called islets. Yes. So now words to remember. Ridges. Ridges means a long, narrow hilltop or mountain range. Ridges, narrow hilltop we say. Sloping, it is an inclination we say. Slanted or leaning, it is sloping, inclined from horizontal or vertical line, just like mountains. melting of ice. Ice melts into water, so melting. Snow melts. Top of mountain covered with snow, it melts to form water and it forms the rivers. Make or become liquefied by heating. Then surrounded means be all round. Islets are small island. Islets means small island. Brush up. Next is brush up. In India, the northern part is covered with the great Himalayas. Yes, already we learned in India, northern part of India is full of Himalayas. Yes. Mount Everest is the highest peak in the Himalayan mountain range located in Nepal. Highest mountain range is Mount Everest. It is located in Nepal. Deccan Plateau is surrounded by hill on the three sides. Deccan Plateau covered with surrounded by hills on three sides, and some parts are covered with forest also. Then deserts cover about 20% of the earth. On the earth, 20% of it is covered with deserts. An island is an area of land smaller than a continent and entirely surrounded by water on all the four sides, that is islands. Next, life skills. Organize a group discussion in the class on the place you would like to visit in your holidays. Suppose holidays are coming, you want to visit some place there you have never visited, so you want to go to that place, you want to visit that place. So you organize a group discussion in the class where the place where you have never visited. Collect information about the climate of the region, the best time to visit, areas to visit, tourist attractions, etc. That area or that place where you want to go, which is the best time to go there, that you have to find out. Best climate. Every month is not a best climate to go there. You have to find out which is the pleasant climate so that you can go and enjoy there. That climate, pleasant climate, when it comes, that you have to find out if you want to go to visit that place. Then the best time, which is the best time to visit the areas, which are the other areas where we can see in that place, other tourist areas, tourist attraction areas where all are there. Everything you have to find out about that place. For example, Andaman Nicobar Island. So tourist, it is of great tourist attraction, but there is a special time where we can go and visit there, like October month and all. And plus climate will be so pleasant. So most people visit these islands in that month, October, November, I think. People visit there in these months because the climate will be so pleasant those days. So like that you have to find out. There are many different places, best places in India also, which are of great tourist attraction. In the world, if you can see, you get many. In India, about Taj Mahal, Agra, isn't it? Then Red Fort, New Delhi. Then Gateway of India, Mumbai. These are of great tourist attraction. Then Goa, beaches are there. So you just find out which is the best time to visit Goa, climate, and the other areas there. Everything you can find out. So there are many places of tourist attraction you find, and you put a group discussion and you have to discuss about the best time, best climate, areas you can visit there, etc. In the world, if you take, you can think about many things. Many tourist places are the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Sydney Opera House is there in Australia, Niagara waterfalls, Canada. Like that, many tourist places are there if you are taking the places in the world. And India itself, we have many. Like I told you, Taj Mahal, Red Fort, then Gateway of India in Mumbai, then Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary. There are many places in India itself. Just you write the name of the place where you have to visit. And the best climate to visit, area, tourist attractions, areas, best time, etc. You just put in on a group discussion and find out. Okay, children? Yes. So now we have completed the lesson, Geography of India, lesson 23. Now you go through the lesson well, go through the map and just see where these features, India's physical features are located. In each map, in different colors it is located. The coloring scheme they have shown on the other side of the map. So you go through it and read the lesson once, twice and thrice. It will be so easy when you do the exercise part. So go through the lesson, read the lesson thoroughly. Okay.